afternoon, evening, or good morning, depending on what part of the world you're from or in currently. It's Carl here from North Coast Constrictors. How you guys doing? So it's Sunday afternoon, finished cleaning, and I've got a bit of a spare moment to put together a little video. So what I want to do today is I want to kind of bring out some snakes that have don't really get featured too much on the YouTube channel, and it's kind of like a little bit of a shout out to a few snakes that are going to be breeding for me only next year and the year after. I'd also want to give a little bit of screen time to a male of mine that is exceptionally special. He just shed out last night, and he's looking really, really fantastic. Okay. Now in my hand, I put this amazing snake. This is an Ivory genetic stripe. Ivory being super yellow belly genetic stripe. Now he shed out last night, and he is, well, you can see for yourself. I mean, just if I could get his nose right up, he's not going to be interested, but he is so pink on his nose there. He is so freshly shed. He really is. He's just looking stunning. You can just see a faint hint of the genetic stripe here on the tip of his tail. Okay. Now this is one of my favorite boys. Unfortunately, he's breeding ready this year, but I battled to find a project for him for what I want to pair him up to and what I was going to do with him. So I've been playing with a couple of ideas, and guys, feel free to throw in ideas for females for this boy for next year or the year after. I have been speaking to some of my friends that have been doing this for a long time, and we're looking at something like hurricane, gravel or freeway or something like that, a gravel or a freeway female to put with this boy in the future. But I think this magnificent specimen here needs a shout out and some screen time. He's an absolute beauty. He's one of my favorites. It's just such a pity that I couldn't pair him up this year. He's in fantastic condition. Absolutely fantastic condition. I should be wearing a darker shirt because then you can see, but he's like snow white. Anyway, so this boy is he deserves a mention. He loves to be held, so there's a very good chance that he's not going to go back into his. Alright, so let's just pull out another snake here, which I think is a stunner. You'll see why when I pull her out. Okay, now this beautiful girl here is also a genetic stripe, but you can see that how the super, and that's why I'm bringing out both of these guys, because they're both genetic stripe. But this is an Ivory genetic stripe, and this is a Pastel yellow belly genetic stripe. I was going to breed them together, but because she's already got yellow belly in her and he's got super yellow belly in him, I don't know if it would be the best pairing. Sure, I mean, I could get visual genetic stripes or more yellow belly genetic stripes or pastel yellow belly genetic stripes like her. But I could also hit the super, and I don't, pairing a super to already a yellow belly, I would have very good odds of hitting more ivories. And I think I kind of want to, pair him up to something else. So this is a stunning snake, as you can see. Pastel yellow belly genetic stripe, and she is going to breed for me next year. Now her sister is currently, let me see if I could just turn the camera around, see if we can get it in here. I'll open it up. I'm not sure if they're locked or not. Yes, they are locked. I don't know if you can see inside there. Now the sister is just a yellow belly genetic stripe, and she is currently locked up to a visual desert ghost male. And what I'm doing there is I'm creating 100% double hets. Okay. Now she just grew a lot bigger and a lot faster than this girl. They were both from the same clutch. They're sisters. This one hit Pastel, and she didn't get the Pastel. She's a much darker snake. I don't want to put her out now because then it's going to upset the thing. She's currently locked up to a single gene desert ghost. So all that entire clutch that they produce there will be 100% hit desert ghost, 100% hit genetic stripe, and 50% of them should be yellow belly. And then this girl here, we'll see what we're going to do with her next year. I haven't decided yet. Pastel, if I find a genetic stripe male that hasn't got yellow belly in him, maybe a genetic stripe that's a visual double het, a genetic stripe that's got something else in him. We'll see what's available. There's always new snakes coming up. I am in touch with other breeders. We'll try and find the right male for this girl. For sure. But isn't she just a stunner? How's that dorsal? How's that stripe? And I know it would be nice to be able to pull her sister out so that I could show you the difference between what Pastel does. I mean, Pastel gets a lot of criticism in a lot of genes, especially in the clown gene. Yeah, and they just love going for the glasses. Pastel gets a lot of... I particularly don't really like Pastel on its own, and well, not on its own, but Pastel with clown. I think it works well in Desert Ghost. You can see what Pastel does here in genetic stripe, yellow belly genetic stripe. I think she's much more beautiful than what her sister is, which is a yellow belly genetic stripe without the Pastel. I think when you start adding other genes into Pastel, like when you're looking at the clown, Pastel clown, and I'm going to pull out one for you now. You can see it's not the, let me just get her back. This might prove to be a little bit, alright, there we go. Alright. Now, over here, and I pulled this girl out before, substrate. This is a Pastel clown, female. Very kind of dirty looking snake, very muddy looking snake. You can see here on the sides there running down. I mean, she's a beautiful, I don't know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, okay. She's a breeding female she's not a breeding female, she's a female that is planned for next year's breeding season. Now, you can look at her pattern, you can look at, you know, some Pastel clowns are different, but personally, I don't know, I think she's actually starting to look pretty good. You know, I'm looking at her now and she's kind of gone through maybe that awkward teenage stage, and she's actually starting to look really, really good, to be honest. I don't know, what are your thoughts, guys? Drop a comment below, you know, and tell me what you think. I think she's actually starting to look quite stunning. But anyway, Pastel gets a bit of a... Pastel clowns get a bit... You can see, obviously, that whiter head. It's like a lot more whitewashed. Now, I'm going to take this girl next year, and she's going to breed to a... I know the guaranteed Fireblade clown that I have, that's currently breeding at the moment. We suspect that he's got red stripe in him, and we've also discovered that he's actually got chocolate. The breeder that I bought them from, and I'm not going to pull them out now. I'd love to pull them out now, but you guys have all seen them. I did a video a couple of weeks back on this episode. So we discovered some new genes. The breeder actually contacted me because he saw the video, and he said to me there is a slight possibility that there is red stripe, because I thought, okay, we've got red stripe in there and we've definitely got blade. But there's something else going on in there which a lot of us were looking at, friends of mine as well. And then the breeder actually got hold of me and he said, no, he sold it to me as a hatchling, and now that he's seen it grow up, because he follows my Instagram and he watches my YouTube videos, he said to me what's inside that snake as well that we don't, and he will obviously know because he bred it and he produced it, is chocolate. So this girl is going to go with that male. So there's a possibility of that male being red stripe, fire, clown, blade, chocolate. I mean, that's an insane. There may not be red stripe in there, but there's definitely for sure fire, blade, clown, and chocolate. Now I'm going to pair them together, this pastel, visual clown to them. So everything is going to come out clown, and then we'll see what other morphs we get, what other combinations we get, what traits we hit. But I think the fire and the blade and the pastel mixed together in this clown is going to do wonders. And who knows if there is chocolate in him as well, and red stripe. I think we're in for a very exciting season in 2023. I think because that boy's got a good few girls planned for him next year, as well as some adult proven breeder females, which I'm taking delivery of at the end of the year, well, in about 2 months' time. The genetics of those adult proven breeders I will save for a future YouTube video. And when I've got them in my hand, I'll pull them out, and then you'll see what we've here at North Coast Constrictors have got planned for the 2023 breeding season. A lot of visual clown stuff will be coming through in the 2023 season. A lot of visual, multi-gene visual clowns. So clown with fire, with blade, chocolate, pastel, combination, leopard. These will all be visuals in the clowns that we're going to be producing next season. It's a guarantee. Banana clown we're already producing this season. Fire blade clowns we're already producing this year. Red stripe clowns, red stripe fire blade clowns we're hoping to produce this season. We've got a lot going on in the clown project. There's also building blocks. Let me see how much time we've got. We don't want to make this longer than 15 minutes. I'm going to cut this video off. So guys, 2 snakes that I want to show you. We did a podcast the other day, guys. If you haven't seen it, it is 2 hours long. It was a very first podcast that's going to feature big breeders like Justin Kabalka from Canova. Brian Barczyk is going to be on there, just to name but 2. There's a whole bunch. In fact, if you go on to, it's called the Reptile Podcast. It's on there. I was the first guest, and we did it on Thursday night, and we discussed my breeding operation. There's a lot more guys, breeders that are going to be going on to that podcast. Much more reputable when I say reputable breeders, much more experienced breeders than me, guys that have been doing it for a lot longer than me. I'm a new breeder, so it was probably a good way to start that podcast and then build up to guys that have been doing it for longer than me and have got a lot more experience than me. That video is pretty good for intermediate viewers, although I've had quite a few private messages from like really reputable top breeders here in South Africa saying what a great podcast and we thoroughly enjoyed it. So a shout out to those guys that made contact with me privately after watching that. Guys, go give that a follow. But there was 2 snakes that one of the co-hosts, Gavin, was talking about, and they were my pastel pied 100% het Axanthic VPRs, and we thought, and me as well, thought that there's got to be something else going on in these pastel pieds. Both of us think that there's yellow belly in here in these. So I'm going to pull out these 2 snakes. And then you guys can tell me what you think. Now these are still juveniles. This is the male. All right. This is a pastel pod, 100% het Axanthic VPR. Absolute stunning snake. Really beautiful snake. He'll breed next year for sure. He's part of the Axanthic pod project. That's why I bought him. We want to get fire and pastel into the Axanthic pod project. I want to produce firefly Axanthic pods, and then we're gonna go from there. Now this is the female, also the same age, so she'll only breed in 2024. Looks like she might be going into shed. Yes, she is, so she's going to be a little bit dull, so the colors actually don't do her any justice at all. But this is the identical snake, a pastel pod 100% het Axanthic VPR. But she is dulling out. So yeah, let's actually pull them both out together so you can see just the difference, the sharpness of the colors as opposed to a snake in shed and one that's not in shed. Okay, because she is pretty much the same color as him. She's not dark. The yellows are the same. Okay, but she's about to go into shed. So both of these are pastel pod 100% het Axanthic VPRs. Obviously we're going to breed them. I'm going to breed them together, and then I'm also breeding him to she is actually going to I beg your pardon, she is going to a visual Axanthic pod male, which I've got. So her being a pastel pod, we're definitely going to get pods and hopefully get Axanthics. There's a better chance of pairing a visual Axanthic to 100%, getting visual Axanthics when you pair a visual Axanthic to 100% het Axanthic than a 100% het to 100% het. So this girl is for 2024 and the male is already selected for her, and the reason why I selected her is so that we could get pastel into that. And then we've got this girl planned for the 2024 breeding season as well, and she is a fire pod. She's a very high white, but she is a fire pod. She's just got that one marking, just her head stamp, and then she's got that one saddle over there. Okay, so she's a fire pod. We're growing her up to breed in the 2024 breeding season. And then we'll take all those genes, and in that time, who knows what other snakes I buy, what other males I buy, and we'll breed them together, and we'll see what comes out of the cooking pot. So guys, that was just a quick little shout out, as we're just about 4 or 5 snakes that I wanted to put out in the show. It was just a quick little video for a Sunday. I hope you guys, we've had great pairings this weekend. We've still got a couple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10 pairings this weekend. I've still got 5 snakes that are males, but they're busy in the tubs, busy locking up at the moment. I'm not going to disturb them. Tomorrow morning, those males, if have separated, we'll pull them out, or tonight sometime. Guys, hope you have a fantastic week. Wishing you all the best, and we'll catch you on the next video. So from Cole here at North Coast Constrictors and my boy Maverick, cheers, have a good one.